Hey guys, it's your boy Victor, back on the reaction. Today we're reacting to Arcane. Arcane's last season, it came out like a couple months ago, and honestly I loved Arcane. It was amazing, one of my favorite series of all time. And I want to do some analysis videos on it, but it's been a while since I've even watched like season 1 everyone, so I kind of wanted to rewatch it and notice a bunch of things that they noticed before, because Arcane is definitely one of those shows that you gotta watch multiple times to get certain things. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Now, before we get into it, I do want to say I'll be editing a lot of it because don't want to get copyrighted. But anyway, this is going to be a fun journey. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so just right off the bat, if you see this image here, this is actually of an enforcer. And this is the very beginning of the actual series. You see here, this enforcer coming up, and you see that classic Jinx kind of smile there. And this is, I did not notice this beforehand, and this is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, so I can notice new things. But this is basically suggesting that Jinx's trauma actually started not when Vi left her. Well, not really, it wasn't Vi's fault, but at least in Jinx's eyes, Vi left her once Jinx fucked up and caused Vander and everyone to supposedly die. Instead, it really started when Jinx and Vi's parents died. And if that's the case, this is where it started. It makes complete more sense why Jinx was so bothered by the fact that Vi was hanging out with Caitlyn, who's also an enforcer. It surely felt betrayed by that. It's really adds another depth to her character. Like, damn man, I did not realize this before. Not only that, but think of it. This is the very beginning of the show. The very beginning. You see this timestamp right here? Very beginning. Very beginning starts with Jinx, and at the very end of the show, like the very last scene, with Jinx getting oblivion and everything, it ended with Jinx. Kind of signifies that Vi and Jinx's storyline is kind of like the main storyline of Arcane. Like, damn man. You see, this is why I want to do this. Alright, let's keep going, but damn. Whoa. Okay, and next up, this isn't really too big of a deal, but this is just watch.
Right. One day, I'm gonna ride in one of those things.
Yeah, this is one of the evidences we see kind of why it's heavily implied that Jinx Powder is still alive. In the very end of Arcane, you see that series of a blimp going off in the ocean, and then her classic, Jinx kind of smile at the very end. This is one of the evidences that Jinx is alive. So everybody's saying, oh, she always wanted to do this. So that's kind of just one of those like, hey, this is a thing. Let's keep on going. All right, now you see here, this is actually one of the kind of first moments we see kind of Vi and Powder's relationship. Right now they're doing kind of parkour thing. Powder's at this point a child compared to the rest, so obviously she's not too confident about it. And this is literally what Milo kind of is like, yeah, dude, not probably the smartest to bring a kid along here. But then we see here how Vi kind of encourages her.
Look at me. What did I tell you?
That I'm ready.
Yeah, you see her, she's kind of pushing her, like even, it's not Milo, forget what that bigger guy's name is, but he offered, to come get her, but Vi is trying to push her. First thing when you think of this, thinking, why is she going so hard trying to push Powder like this? She's obviously still a child, but, I mean, again, it harks back to literally the previous scene with their parents died. Vi, at that moment, realized that she wouldn't be able to protect, Powder forever. After all, she couldn't do anything when their parents died, so she has to kind of push Powder in order to adapt and survive. So that's how we kind of see this playing on this scene.
Thanks.
And you see there, I mean, if she was by herself, Powder would literally fall and be gravely injured and even die. But since Vi was there, having to help her hang, it's also important, basically saying that Vi will push her, but at the same time, when she needs help, she'll obviously help her. It isn't just a whole, like, throw her to a wolf kind of thing. She's just trying to help her adapt to the harsh reality they're in. Alright, let's just keep on going, but yeah, this is definitely first time we get to see their interaction, kind of how Vi is trying to act as an older sister to Powder. Alright, so first Vi badass scene, which Vi has a lot of badass scenes, but especially this is a kid. And I see basically Milo's trying to get this door unlocked. Obviously he's taking him time, and he's basically saying,
seeing as I'm the only
he's like, hey, I'm the only one that picks locks, so calm down, I'll do it when I can do it, right? And then Vi, she's like, oof, yeah dude, you might be a little smart, but I'm gonna do me. Look at this shit.
Knows how to pick locks. I suggest
just casually just breaks it down. God damn, man. Like, I mean, that's basically it, but still, damn. Okay, and now we're actually going into kind of Powder defining moment. Now the thing is that Powder, at least when we get to here, let's just play the scene first, and I'll talk on it.
Whoa, I think this is a real Valdian.
Yeah, basically saying, oh, I know this thing, kind of getting the fact that she's scrawnier and younger than the rest, she's obviously smarter. She able to identify things, and also coming up here.
Oh, yeah? What about this?
That's a nose hair trimmer.
Yeah, see here, basically, she's kind of cementing her status as a, basically almost cliche, young genius character. Young genius character, and then we'll see. But interestingly, Arcane, they have a different take on genius character, because we'll see later on. But basically, what she makes does not always turn out right, even though she's a so-called genius, especially in so many different fictions. If you're a genius younger than everyone else, even though you're younger, you'll be able to do things automatically, and it's just expected of you. And she just kind of, they do it a different way. I really like it, to be honest. But let's keep on going. Okay, and next up, this is right after they Vi and Powder and the gang escape the enforcers. This is the first time we really see them, Powder's, so-called Jinx character that, at least Milo and I think it's Gretchen. I don't remember the big dude's name. I can't remember his name. I'll remember it eventually. But this is where we kind of see more. They don't exactly say Jinx, but this is the first time.
The last time.
Guys, what was that? What the hell happened back there?
You see how they just automatically assumed it was her, even though, logically speaking, how the hell could she have possibly resulted in an explosion? Yet they're like, oh, explosion, things fucked up that badly, must be her somehow. At least in the previous scene, where they're, the parkour scene, at least they're kind of like, oh, she can't, she's not physically able to do that. That at least made sense. But this is more like they're just placing blame if they don't know who did it. Just automatically place blame on her, kind of reinforcing this characteristics of Powder's.
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
The damn library with all the things you
Yeah, again, see, he's basically saying, oh, this shit always happens with you.
didn't do.
Guys, we just emptied.
Alright, yeah, that was basically it for that scene. Let's keep on going. Alright, so next scene we're looking at is actually the one where, Vi and the rest get jumped by this dude. Don't remember his name. Kind of my own character, I'm not going to remember his name too well. But he basically saying, hey, come in the side of the treasure and we won't jump you. But Vi basically says, nah, we're going to jump you. And first thing he's thinking, first time, regular person might be thinking, it's not too much if you just give them a little share. If obviously, they almost outnumber, especially with Powder. It's basically like a 3-on-3 situation. So it could get pretty messy. So why won't they if it's just a little, and it's not too big of a deal? And it comes back to kind of situation they're in, especially with dealing with things on streets and stuff. If you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. And basically, if she doesn't fight, they'll perceive her and the rest as weak. They'll just take it. But if they fight, even if they do lose and get treasure taken from them, at the very least it gets kind of street cred, if you get what I'm saying. Street cred, at least they did fight. And then next time, if they get treasure and stuff and they try and jump on, at least they know, hey, I might win this time, or at least it'll be tough. But if she concedes, then that just means that she can just be bullied whoever they want. And you know how they say, if someone perceives you as weak, it won't be just him doing it, it'll be everyone else. And then she won't be able to do shit. Especially as a leader, there's no way you can do that. For almost like she's forced to, you see here.
Just a taste?
Just.
Yeah, she just like, nah, fuck that. Kind of again, even though they're kids, she understands the fact that in this life, you can't give away your hard earnings like that. Otherwise, people will just take it all. Then she throws it to Powder because she wants her to get away, and they'll, come and fight. And then also another thing, smart thing to actually get the treasure away. Because if they left it there, then instead of fighting them, they could just take the treasure and leave. So yeah. And this moment right here is coming up soon. Vi is a badass. She knows how to fight. But look at this. She takes one right to the face. She's not invincible. She's definitely not. Like, you'll see throughout the fight, she gets a lot of hits. Eventually she'll win, but it kind of cements her character like, hey, she knows how to fight, she's brave and everything, but she's far from invincible. Like especially, I really like Arcane with the female characters. They do a really good job with this. Other works of fiction, you'll see the whole female character, badass kind of female character, but they won't even take, hits or anything. It'll just be like they're just overpowered. And I think that makes her more of a badass. The fact that she can still take hits and everything, but still stand up and get shit done. Yeah. All right, and now we're seeing back in the fight. Like I said, Vi's gonna come back here after she's burnt down, but then bam, oof. With a kick though. Oh, that was badass. Not gonna lie. Just knocks the other guy out. Like I see. Like look at this. She put in that work. But then hold up. This is where things get really interesting. Is when the leader of the guys that are jumping them takes out a knife. Now this moment, that's coming up soon, is such a badass moment. And Vi doesn't even do show up. Just look at this shit.
Wait!
He takes out a knife. Look at that face. She's like, "You want to do this, boy? Really want to do this?" Like, no, she even says that basically.
Want to see how that?
Want to see how that ends? Like, you really want to pull that? I mean, this is just some goods. You really want to fight with your life on the line? Like, and the thing is that what I really like is, you see she's literally bleeding, just like him. Like, you just look from an outside view, didn't realize their fight. To be honest, they're both beat up. So, and with the knife, technically speaking, even though he doesn't really seem like he knows how to use it that well, but still, honestly, there's a good chance if they actually came to blows that he might actually even win. However, she's basically saying, you might get a good shot in, but you could die as well, man. It's kind of basically saying, and Vi, hold on, see this? Doing the staring contest. She's like, do it. Like this, no, this is just, holy shit, man. Like, and the thing is, again, like I said, she's not overpowered. Like, if they actually fought, the dude could actually kill her. Like, it's not like a whole, I know I could do it. It's kind of a whole, like, reputation thing I was saying before. How, if she backs down here, she'll be labeled basically as weak, as a coward, and then she should be bullied by basically everyone. She has to basically take the stand, even though, like I said, it's literally a knife. Dude's literally having a knife. He could actually literally kill her. Yet she has to take the stand, and the way she again, badass character. This is probably my favorite moment of Vi's this episode. Like, damn, it's like I think this really sets her character. Like, she's willing to put her life on the line to protect her family. And at first he realizes she's serious, and then he's like, "Oh shit, this ain't worth it." And then he leaves. All right, and now we're getting into Powder's next moment. Like I said before, previously, when they're looking for junk, we were stealing from Jason's apartment, kind of cemented Powder's status as like the whole young genius character. But this is where it switches from the what's it called, cliche, and I actually think it's really interesting the way they did it. See here, she's cornered. Now she's cornered, panicking. Now this is, you can see here, she's using Bowser, basically her like a handmade grenade kind of thing. First thing I watched was I was like, oh, okay, she's basically gonna throw that, cementing, oh yeah, she's a genius, her gadgets work, kind of a cliche thing, but instead they go a different direction, man.
Sir,
See this shit?
I need you.
And it just absolutely blows up in her face. It fails. And you're really like, this has gotta be like, she knows she's smart and she has abilities, but nothing for her seems to work out the way she wants to. Like, it really hammers her self-esteem. Like, and you see this later on in the series, how she really wants to prove herself to Vi, because she keeps on failing, even though Vi keeps on encouraging her. Like, we'll see later, but this is such a defining moment for her. It's basically saying like, hey, even though she may be smart, but she fails a lot. And that definitely puts a hit on her psyche. And, eventually, we'll see later, Alright, now we'll see here what Jinx does when her gadget fails. She, obviously is kind of panicking a bit, and yep, she throws it away. She throws the loot that they all ritualized for. To be honest, it's actually kind of a smart thing. That way, she enabled her to actually escape. It's definitely a survivor move, but again, it reinforces that failure aspect. Basically, saying like they went through all the trouble and yet they failed. They didn't get anything out of it. Instead, they just got beat up. And now the authorities are on their tail. Everyone's on their tail. They got in trouble for nothing. And it's going to really come to, again, her whole Powder self-esteem is really going to take a nosedive. Alright, and we'll see how everyone reacts to Powder. Let's just say, yeah, fucking up.
You did what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, not gonna lie. I mean, I'd be fucking pissed too. I got my ass beat up, and for what? Nothing? And especially him, he's on like, oh my god, not again. Why would we even bring you? You're gonna mention that, right?
I tried to fight him off with Mauser, but she didn't work.
Yeah, she's basically saying, like, hey, I tried, my gadget shit, but it didn't work. And he's gonna be like, wow, that's a surprise. Your shit didn't work.
Who saw that?
Yeah, again, he's like, oh my god. Who could have guessed? Your shit doesn't work like always.
Coming.
We never should have.
Yeah, and then the other dude's like, oh shit, we shouldn't have done that, man. Which, I mean, in hindsight, yeah, it's honestly true.
Going over there.
Doesn't matter. The stuff's gone. It's all right, Powder.
Like, we see, again, like, Vi, she isn't, like, too harsh on her. Like, she just worried that she's okay. And again, like, the whole rooftop scene before. Like, when she tried to push her, doing that shit parkour, but at the end of the day, she had a helping hand to her. She comforts her. And again, we see here, like, she fails and she comforts her. But in a way, it's also kind of messes with Powder as well, because Powder basically realizes how much Vi cares for her, and yet she keeps on disappointing her. Like, she's definitely leads to her self-esteem, again, going down and desire to prove herself, which will ultimately, as we see later on, result in catastrophe. But again, you can't really fault Vi. Like, she's just, looking out for her little sister. But again, it's all these kind of things that like I said, Vi and Powder, or eventually Jinx's relationship is honestly one of my favorite parts of the show. And so I actually love this. All right, let's keep on going. All right, and then finally, this is the first time we should see this quote.
Every time.
See, he's like,
Every
oh
time
nah.
she comes, something goes wrong. She jinxes.
Like, she jinxes every job. He doesn't exactly say she's a jinx, but this is where we kind of say, like, every single job we go on, it gets fucked up because of her. Again, reinforcing this, she's a jinx mentality, which is not good on someone's psyche. Let's just say that much. Yeah. If you're speaking from personal experience, yeah. Having people associate with you being a jinx does not go well for your psyche.
This is every job.
Just drop it, Milo.
And again, saying it, just drop it, basically saying, hey, I'm a protector. Alright, now we're getting to the very first Vander scene. And this is gonna be, basically, we see, this guy, he's like, hey, bro.
I can't do that.
See?
I can't think.
Okay, now we're getting into the whole, Vander scene. Now, this guy, he's basically getting stiffed by these, two thugs. He's like, oh, hell nah. And they're basically like, dude, you just a little shrimp. You're gonna take what we give you. And let's just say Vander he looks out for his peeps.
Make your choice.
Yeah, see? Threatening him. He's like, oh, oops, shit.
You folks need anything? Leave us. You sure about?
He's like, they're trying to get him away, doing business. He's like, oof, boy, I don't think you know who I am. Well, he doesn't actually say that, but see here?
Sounded to me like.
Piss off.
Huh.
Like, oh, you about that, huh? You about that? Oh, no, the classic moving chair, but doing it with the whole squeaking thing just to come up intimidating. Yo. I actually never noticed that. The whole chair squeaking thing is like kind of almost a cliche thing, for intimidation. Like, the whole, you could have just literally just picked up a chair, it's what a regular person would do, but instead of doing the whole squeaking like that piercing noise just to create momentum for yourself. So yeah, again, I never really associated that till now, so damn, okay. Good kind of scene building. Is that what it's called? setting. Anyway, good touch.
You don't seem to listen,
A
Tallman.
bit of advice. Don't threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
I mean, pretty based, not gonna lie. Pretty based. He just looks, he's like, yeah, see here? We roll deep. You don't wanna fuck with me, fuck with us.
So you're Vander.
Underground.
You see, we're basically saying, oh, he got a rep. He's him.
I expected something younger.
Ooh. Damn, try.
We were expecting traders who would honor their word. So I guess we're all disappointed.
Ooh, gonna right back, yo. I fucking love Vander, man.
You got us all wrong, my friend. We were just negotiating.
Oh no, that's basically him saying, "Oh shit, we forgot you, him." Basically, he's just saying, "Oh, we're just negotiating." He's saying, "Oh yeah, we tried to mug your boy, but we realized he rolled with you, so yeah, we're negotiating."
Now you're speaking my language.
He's like, "Oh, okay, you see, you know I'm him. Good, good."
How about you just give Huck the rest of what you owe him, and I'll let you walk out of here in one piece. Do we have a deal?
I fucking love this shit, man. Yo, I just realized something. Hold on. You see that little pipe? She's coming in there. He was thinking, and then she's saying, "Oh shit, this is wow." Later on in this season, there was that scene where basically, when Silco's in his like cadres or whatever, they're kind of questioning him, almost to the point of betraying him. But then he basically comes in, he gasses them, and they're on their knees, really coughing and almost like dying in Silco without a mask on. He's just saying, "Oh nah, you guys softened your positions that I gave you. You can't even take this little, gas. Come over here, like Vander. He's smoking this shit." She's like, "Oh god, I can't take this." And I'm saying, "Oh, you got soft. Top of all the riches you got." Holy shit, I never even done that till now. Damn. Like I said, this is why I want to rewatch this shit. You can see these little nuances and stuff. Like, oh, Vander has that similar to Silco. Damn. There's probably even more you could really think about that. But okay, I think I'm going a bit too deep in this, but still. Damn. Alright.
This is vile.
You'll learn to.
In a sense, the lawyer basically saying, "Oh, the smog down here, hey, eventually, it is what it is. You'll eventually come to appreciate it." Basically, almost like Silco, he was almost like proud in that whole gas scene. It was like, you forgot your roots. Basically saying learn to love it, kind of like saying, this is your roots. This is who you are. It's part of who you are. Like, honestly, like I said, okay, so to be clear, comparing this scene to that Silco scene, Silco scene's much better. It was one of those scenes like, holy shit, Silco is him. But still, hey, it's still a good one, man. I never even associated the two, but okay, I'm happy I did now. Alright, now here, we're basically Vander confronting the group and saying, "Hey, I realized you guys kind of went up to the surface and kind of fucked up. Why are you doing that kind of thing?" It's actually kind of, let's just watch this scene. There's something interesting here.
Fleeing the sea.
Right?
What the hell were you thinking? You blew up a building.
That wasn't.
Did you even stop to think about what could have happened?
Yeah, again, this thing right here, this thing basically saying, oh yeah, it kind of, basically the whole like Vander and Silco thing. Vander, at the end of the day, after that war with Topside, where they failed, and eventually, Vine Jinx's parents died, Vander was kind of like, it's not worth it. Basically, he realized it was not worth it. Although we can go for freedom, Silco wanted freedom from Piltover, to establish the free nation of Zod, but Vander, basically, that's where the divide happened. Basically, Vander realized that although it might happen, but Piltover is simply too powerful. Even if they do somehow manage it, at the end of the day, who will be left? It's kind of the whole thing against accepting your place in life, or pushing for something higher. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like he's realized it's not worth it at the end. And again, we see like here, Vi's younger. She's like they went up topside trying to get more, and then at the end of the day, he's like, "Hey, I could at least provide you with some stuff. Why you gotta do all that?" He's basically saying like, hey, you gotta stop and think, what could have happened? I've been to that shit. I know what happens. So yeah, again, this kind of mindset is actually one of the core themes of especially the season 1, with the whole freedom aspect versus accepting your place in life, but and bowing down to others.
Into you. Hey? To them?
Yeah, exactly. Not to you, but also to them, like I was saying. Although you did that shit, but they could have easily died, and just for what? Just so you can get a bit more stuff.
Be mad at me, but you're the one who always says we.
And again, this is this is an interesting thing. Basically, Vi is making an argument that, hey, you're the one that always said basically we gotta make something of ourselves, and the way we make it is to do jobs, to steal. This is what you tell us to do.
We have to earn our place in this world.
I also told.
He's saying, like, I agree, but Northside's off limits. That's too much. At the end of the day, it's good to reach for things, but there are some things beyond your reach. Basically, he's again reinforcing that mentality of sometimes freedom isn't worth it. Again, like I said, it's one of the core issues for season 1, especially with Vander and Silco's relationship. Silco, he's the one that valued freedom above all else, and Vander realized freedom wasn't worth it, and it was kind of their whole contention with each other, and why Vander literally tried to kill him was because he realized that Silco would never stop, and he just get everyone killed.
Told you time and time again, the North Side's off limits. We stay out of Piltover's business.
Why?
Again, like, see, Vi, she's questioning it. He's saying, oh, we don't fuck with Piltover. She's like, why though?
They've got plenty. While we.
Again, she's saying, like, we barely got shit. They got plenty. We got plenty. They can spare some. It's not like we're doing anything too major. They can spare some.
We're down here scraping together coins. When did you get so comfortable living?
Yeah, again, comfortable living someone else side, basically saying, why are you? You're literally a boss down here. Why are you so afraid of them? Why are you literally bending the knee to someone else, to sacrificing your freedom? Yeah, as I said, this is definitely one of the core themes of at least this season.
Everyone out.
Alright, now we're getting to the Vi and Vander thing here. And also, the fact that everyone goes out here and they talk to each other, it also kind of signifies how, although obviously Vander picked up both Vi and Powder and everyone, he thinks about his family, but honestly, obviously Vi and Vander's relationship is hell of a lot closer. And eventually, Powder gets adopted by Silco, and they kind of almost like Vi and Jinx's relationship kind of mirrors Vander's and Silco's relationship. There's definitely a lot of parallels between them, which again we'll see later on. But this is the first time we actually see like, hey, Vander kind of treats Vi special. Again, a lot of it's because she's the leader of them, but still, you see like Vander's a lot more father to her than Powder considers him as a father. Not that she doesn't. I mean, they literally added it in season 2. Like, she called him dad, but again, it was more like she was trying to get back together with Vi. Then, oh no, she still cared, but again, we'll get to it when we get to those scenes. I'll talk about it more. The scene right here, basically saying like, oh, this kid's up to you. Basically saying they will do what you ask if you lead them. Saying the whole freedom stuff. You saying they will follow you because they respect you. If you go on trying to fight, their deaths are in your hands because you're the one that ultimately decided it, not them. Basically, again, that whole idea.
When people look up to you, you don't get to be.
Again, saying you don't get to be selfish. You want freedom? Well, it ain't worth it. You're saying like, oh, you want stuff? Well, guess what? Is it really worth it in the end? Kind of trying to reinforce this mindset to Vi that he had to learn the hard way.
Selfish. You say run, they run.
Yeah, exactly.
You say swim, they dive in. You say light a fire, they show up with oil. But whatever happens, it's on.
Again, saying their deaths, it won't be the enemy's fault. It'll be your fault because you're the one that led them to that situation. At least that's a mindset Vander's trying to instill into Vi, not to make the same mistakes he did.
It's like it's on me what happens to us down here.
It's basically, he's also saying, hey, you did shit. You're also causing me trouble because Piltover's going to send their forces after us. And obviously it did, and obviously shit went back because of it.
We make ourselves a problem for Piltover, and they will send the enforcers.
So, why answer to...
Again, she's reinforcing the idea, like, why are we growling under their feet? We should be free.
Them. These are our streets. Someone should remind them
Like, again, that's the whole freedom thing, right?
of
You're
that.
not hearing me. That path? This? It's not going to solve your problem.
Basically saying, hey, violence doesn't solve your problems. Mainly because you're not using enough violence. But no, seriously, basically saying like, hey, your fists, they're not enough. It's not going to solve your problems, basically because you don't have enough power. I mean, she doesn't say that. You're basically trying to sell a pacifism route, basically saying, like, I already tried the violence path, and I realized, yeah, I'm not strong enough.
Problems. Just makes more of them.
And more of them. If you start a fight, but you can't finish it, it just makes more and more fights. Basically, again, the whole power thing. You don't have enough power, and obviously Piltover, you know, they have all the tech forces. They have the guns and everything. Although obviously they have more resources and stuff, so obviously they have more power. And you know, in fact, we can see that here. Silco, he doesn't even make a move first off to Vander's, and also when they actually figure out Shimmer. Before that, Silco just stayed in the shadows because of the fact that hey, even he knew it wasn't time to rise up. He realized through, again, similar to Vander, they simply weren't powerful enough. But Vander kind of realized like, hey, it's not worth it to chase that power, even if I could receive. Again, this is more like later on. I'll mention it later, but again, the whole freedom. Like again, freedom is one of the main cores of this season.
Oh, you did put that idiot on his arse. Though.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I kind of skipped a bit. Basically, Vander was like, "Oh, you got beat up by who?" And one of our guys like, "Oof," and he was saying like, "Oh, I mean, you did beat him up though after he got Felix in, right though?"
Right?
She's like, "Yeah, don't worry. You know me. You know how I do." I know. Again, like a little like bonding moment right there after being harsh. Again, the whole like dad and daughter relationship between them. You really see that here. All right, and here is another Vi and Powder scenario. Just watch this a little bit.
Problem.
Milo, I'm really
Do you
not.
remember what was in that bag? Biggest payout we've ever seen, and she just lost it.
Again, reinforcing the whole Powder is a jinx. I think she even directly says she's a jinx here. Again, let's see.
She made a mistake.
Name one time she...
Again, she's saying one time she has, and like, I'm fine with just one mistake, but it happens all the time. Which, I mean, hey, it's a valid concern.
She has.
She's young.
And she's saying, hey, she's young. Like, hey, she's younger than us. What do you expect? You know, the whole hero worship thing right here.
We're twice the person at half.
She's saying, hey, at her age, you still put in work. Whether that's true, not too sure, but probably, yeah. At the very least, she probably didn't make as much mistakes, but then we'll see later on in the episode how she reacts. But again, coming up is very important.
You know what, Milo? You're right. There's a bunch of things Powder just can't do.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yo, like right there, Powder hearing that. Previously, you know, Vi always encouraged her, but to hear Vi basically say like, yes, I agree, she's a fuck up. Like, holy shit. Like, you see how sad she is right here. Like, that really, really fucked her up, and that's why she was so dead set later on to prove herself to Vi. Of course, then, you know, like always, classically, a character overhears but leaves before she can say the rest. Like, it's a pretty classic scene, but we see here. Hold on.
Like complain about...
Like, complain. Like, oh, she doesn't complain about shit. Basically saying, like, hey, she just fucks up, but she's still my sis, and also... She also does good shit.
Everything.
Oh, that.
What?
And brag non-stop.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Pick fights with the group when we need to focus.
Pick fights. Basically, it is not even true. Like for instance, that scene where the whole pick and lock thing also like he's literally antagonistic a lot. And it's actually not even false. These are actually spin facts.
Fine.
And tell strangers on the...
Okay, I didn't realize that at first, but that is actually true. Like that is actually a big fuck up. Tell like, oh yeah, oh no, we got a nice haul. Like, what do you expect? Obviously, we're gonna get jumped. We're just kids. That's actually a really good point. I never even thought about that. I forgot about this shit. It's, again, damn, real nice point. He's just saying, honestly, if you didn't fucked up, that situation would have happened. So honestly, you're more, you could say that you're to blame more than her. Damn. I never even thought about it like that, but shit, she's right.
The street that we got a nice haul.
I didn't mean
Powder's mom.
And like, I didn't mean to. Again, she's like, She's like, hey, she's my problem, so don't fucking question me.
My problem, okay? Your problem is never knowing when to shut up, but I'm gonna help you with that. Ready? You see this look on my
Oh my god, I fucking love this shit. Hold on.
face? This will always mean it's time to
Just
shut
shut
up.
But
He's like, bitch, please. Yo, I love this shit. This is fucking great. Like, dude, I said shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. Alright, here, Vander, you know, talking with, I can't remember this dude's name. I don't know, his Echo's like adopted father, I guess. Adopted father, at least father figure. And, you know, this right here is actually kind of
You're like their
interesting.
own stories. You can't protect
Yeah,
them
yeah.
forever.
Someone was following them.
Oh,
There's worse things.
Worst things in Enforcer. This is basically referring to Silco. He's basically saying, I know he's still out there. Of course, he doesn't say that, but it's kind of what he's saying. It's the first kind of slight mention of Silco we get.
And enforcers out there. We both know
What's the significance? Why is he doing it like that? Hold on.
there's someone on our
Yeah,
side.
right.
Who? There's worse things than enforcers out there.
Why is he like clenching his thing like that? I'm honestly not sure what that's. I mean, he did. You know, we see later on he did kind of strangle Silco, try and drown him. Is that what it's referring to? Honestly, I'm not sure, man. I think that might actually be something. I don't know. We'll see later on. Obviously, if you're watching this first time, you obviously won't be able to understand what that means. Maybe we'll see later on, but that's one of those things I'm quite interested in seeing. That's how significant that is. Okay, here we get Vander's first interaction with the enforcers. They think it's this enforcer's name's like Myra or something. I mean, well, let's see. Let's just watch this. It's pretty important.
Some things are the same top
Right.
side and bottom.
Like, we see he's almost acting friendly with her. And
You know this crossed the line upstairs.
Was anyone hurt?
A building was blown to bits. What do you think?
again, we see like the whole relationship thing. He basically, like I said kind of previously, Vander, he basically bent the knee to them, and she's kind of saying like, hey, you're a representative. Hasn't said yet, but kind of saying, hey, you're kind of like represented down here to keep shit, safe. What the fuck, man? And he's trying to reverse, like, hey, I'll take care of this. And she's kind of saying across the line, like, I mean, if you don't give me something, then might have to might have to do shit. And I don't want to do that. You certainly don't want to do that.
Will be dealt with.
Right.
That workshop belonged to the Kermits.
He's saying, like, oh, you didn't just. That was the Kermits, man. You know the Kermits? Like, oh, nah, man. That's some serious shit. I don't think you understand just how serious this shit
You
is.
know what kind of stuff they had in there? Makes this place look like a candy.
Yeah, saying, like, you have any, like, a weapon. Basically saying, like, oh, weapons and shit? Nah, this represents something different. It's almost like you guys are trying to rebel again. So now we're going to crack down pretty hard on this. I didn't even think about this, like, this way. Holy shit. Again, it makes this place look like a candy shop, and it's like weapons, gear, and stuff. Basically saying, as Kermits, they had some pretty massive stuff. Who knows what you guys got from there? And also, like I said, the whole rebellion thing, basically saying, like, oh, from the higher ups thinking, oh, is Zod, or I guess you call the Undercity at this point, are you guys trying to rebel? Holy shit, I never thought about it like that. But yeah, I think that's kind of what she's kind of referring to. She's saying, like, almost kind of seems like you guys are rebelling, so obviously we're going to have to come in pretty hard. Damn, I never thought of it like that. I thought it was just, it blowed up, so obviously they're mad, but it's more like, not just the blowing up part of it, it's the fact that they could have got away with some pretty heavy weaponry or something like that. It could be a rebellion. Damn. Okay.
The council needs someone to make an example of. People need to feel.
Yeah, people need to be self-faced. Literally blow ups. Again, this is what I initially thought of, blowing up, but also thinking, oh, because it'd be a rebellion. Everybody thought from a rebellion standpoint. But yeah.
Safe.
Yeah, topside people.
We had a deal, Vander.
Again, whole deal thing, basically saying we had a deal, saying eventually Vander literally he gave up his freedom in order for safety. So he made a deal with them. This is where we really see it. And also you see it, this little lens thing right here. Echo finds out about it.
But I stay out of your business.
Give me a name. We'll do things quiet.
He's just saying, hey, just give us a name, we'll take care of it, and no one will know it's you. We keep you safe, compromise. Just, read compromise once, why don't you compromise again? Might be selling out someone that's kind of against your morals, but at the end of the day, everyone will be safe, except for that one person, but...
No one will know you were involved.
Yeah, no one will know,
I can't do that.
You don't seem to grasp how
He's saying like I can't do that. Part of our whole thing is we don't sell out people here. That's how we survive down here. She's saying, yeah, I don't think you realize how fucked up this shit is. If you don't sell them out, you know, for survival, if you don't sell out this person, and you guys might be fucked. Everyone you know and love will die. So, yeah, you already made this choice once. Why don't you make it again?
Is if I don't put someone behind bars tonight, the next.
Yeah, I guess she basically threatening him. Though obviously, she's obviously friendly with him, saying I don't want to do this, but higher ups are kind of forcing me to.
Out here, I'll have an army of enforcers with me.
We both know how that.
He's like, hey, we were both there. Again, we're not entirely sure. They don't actually explicitly say that she was part of that, but seeing their relationship and stuff, and saying we both know how that'll go, I'm guessing she was probably also actually a part of that whole war beforehand. Honestly, I'm kind of interested in knowing about the war beforehand, like before events of Arcane with Vander and Silco, how that war went down. Honestly, I would love to actually see like a little series about that. Not gonna lie. Whether they do it, probably not, but honestly, that'll be interesting to see. I should be really interested. Again, like Arcane, it left a lot of stuff out. Again, there's a lot of stuff, like I say, show don't tell. There's a lot of stuff you can see, like little details and stuff. But there's a lot of things I would just love to see more of. But I still love Arcane. But yeah, I definitely say that's one of the things I don't like about it. Although, as I said, if you rewatch it, you see certain details are like, oh shit, you can do like this. But still, man, I would love to see more like background behind that. I really think she was actually kind of part of it. They might have even had a little relationship, you know, like enemy relationship, and then basically had a whole thing. Then Silco and stuff. Like, damn, I would really want to see that. But anyway, I doubt we will. But if we somehow did, I would love that shit, man.
I'm sorry, Grayson, but I can't offer up my own.
He's saying again, I can't offer up my own people. Again, remember with Silco? Holy shit! I think I might have been with Silco. He choked him out. It might have actually been a similar deal. Like, the very end is... Holy shit, hold on. You see, I can't offer off my own people. Basically, I think he actually maybe offered up Silco. He didn't explicitly say it, but I think it basically what happened. You know, we see him choke him out and everything. But I think what affected Silco was, you know, the pro-war, when he was pro-peace faction of... I'm just to call it Zahn. And then basically, when they realized that war was not going to end well, he basically betrayed Silco, made a deal with her, or you know, someone built over to him. I guess, and honestly, I think it's probably her. Like, damn, that's honestly probably be a great series, seeing how all that shit went down. Damn, man, I really want to see that. Damn, man, rewatch this. I sure really want to see that. But anyways, yeah, like I said, damn.
If you change your mind, this will be.
Damn, man. After that, she doesn't even try to convince me anymore. Because she probably again she realized like, hey, he had literally killed his best friend. Like, not again. She's like, oh shit, okay, well, you know how to reach me. Eventually, you'll come to a decision you made before. But, again, I would love to fucking see how all that went down, not gonna lie. I would love to see that.
Reach me. And only me.
Again, saying only me, basically saying, no one else will know about this. Alright, now, again, another great scene. We're getting another, Vi and Powder interaction. Especially this is after Powder heard Vi, you know, basically, accept that she's a screw up. So this is really interesting seeing how they interact after that.
You want to talk about today?
What's the point? It ruined everything.
Yeah, and this is basically Powder accepting it. Before she was kind of like, oh, it's not my fault kind of thing, but she's almost like accepting it because Vi was at her back, but she kind of felt like Vi kind of accepted she was a screw up. She's saying, oh god, I actually am a screw up. She's kind of accepting she's a screw up. And then just say something you're a screw up. I mean, part of the healing process, I guess, but still, really saying, "Oh, I fuck up everything." It's not a good mindset to be in. That's really not.
Nobody said that.
Saying, "Hey, no, I still got you." And then this is where she gets up the rest.
No, just that you.
Saying, "No, just you were twice the person to have my age." Be saying, "Hey, I heard you call now that you're always lying all the time, that you don't believe in me."
You were twice the person at half my age. You heard them. I'm not a fighter.
You don't have to be.
Like, hey, he's like, hey, I'm not a fighter. That's honestly not what I'm good at. This is Vi saying, hey, you don't have to be. Holy shit.
Look, I've got these. And you've got those.
Saying like, hey, this is what I'm good at. I throw them hands, you know. That's how I do. But hey, you got those gadgets. Honestly speaking, you'll eventually get it right. When you do, you can cause a hell of a lot more damage than I ever could.
They never work.
They will.
I'm saying again, she's reinforced like, hey, I know it'll eventually work, okay?
Oh.
Alright, I think it's basically saying like, hey, everyone fucks up. I think this is that scene. I forgot this was even a thing.
That's where Clagger got his foot stuck running from enforcers.
Yeah, basically saying like, hey, you know those guys are shitting on you for making mistakes? Hey, they fucked up too. Damn, man. Honestly, gotta admit, instead of just, it's actually kind of smart, basically saying, instead of just constantly telling Powder, hey, you can do it, also saying like, hey, everyone makes mistakes, not just saying that, but actually giving real-time examples. Honestly, that's a pretty smart move. Definitely will cheer her up.
That sign? You see it?
Huh?
Milo tripped over his own paint bucket and nearly fell off trying to draw a giant middle finger.
Oof. Yeah, Milo, the guy that's literally is the one that mainly says you're a fuck up. Honestly, the other, fuck up. Eventually, I remember the dude's name, but Milo is the one that really hounds on you for it. Hey, he also fucked up, pretty bad too.
His ass made that splotch. And that?
Oh, this is the big one. I remember this shit now. This is the big one.
When I was a kid, some guy took my favorite toy and threw it up there.
You know, this is basically Violet. You honestly, Powder kind of really looks up to her sister, almost got that like, you know, like perfect thing to her. And she's basically saying, "I am not perfect, far from it." And the whole like, I was twice a kid at half your age thing when I was younger. Look at this shit.
I used to come out here at night and stare at it, hoping maybe the wind or a bird might knock it down. We've all had bad days.
Yo, that's also kind of thing like, oh, basically saying something's fucked up, my life sucks. Basically saying, I hope someone will come in to help me. Basically saying like, oh, I hope for a savior, kind of thing. It's kind of the whole mindset I'm getting from this. It's like, oh, sometimes I come up here, I realize shit's bad. I was kind of just looking at that, saying, oh, well, someone actually come and save me. Again, we've all had bad days, kind of saying like, oh.
But we learn.
We learn from mistakes, and you know, she keeps it there as a reminder, basically saying, "Hey, no one is gonna come in and magically sweep all your problems away. You gotta take care of it yourself." Basically, I think she even says this.
Stick together.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was like, okay, right.
Should we show Vander?
No.
Thinking of if Vi actually told him, you could blame. In this moment, technically speaking, if they showed Vander, maybe what happened might not have happened, because obviously, might not have happened. Maybe even Vi herself realized the situation. That might have been the one that caused the explosion. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt that. It's obviously something pretty valuable, and she wanted like, hey, I don't know. But that might be something like that. But she clearly makes a decision that, like I said, in hindsight, if they did show up to Vander, maybe they could have avoided all the stuff that went down. So you could honestly put definitely bias at least some blame to it. But
Milo's wrong, Powder. You're stronger than you think.
Oh, I don't think it's just talking about Powder either. Obviously saying like, hey, I know you can do it, but also like her basically saying like, hey, Vander is wrong. That whole topside thing, saying we're not too weak. We can fight them. That's also kind of why she kind of wants to keep these thing as well. Basically saying she might have even realized. Again, I'm not too sure if they actually realized that's what caused the explosion or not. I'm not too sure about that. It's might be a bit of a stretch, but at very least she thinks that's kind of a power thing. Basically saying, like, hey, we can do it. And this is like I said, this is more like saying like she can do it, they can do it, more than she's just saying purely, oh, Powder, you can do it.
One day, this city's gonna respect.
Yeah, again, he's gonna respect us. He's saying, hey, they will know our name and they will fear us. I'm saying respect us, but come on, especially with the whole Powder thing, it's fear. But yeah, basically saying like, hey, we will get shit done.
Does.
Yeah, I never realized it from that perspective. I remember obviously Vi didn't kept it, but I think she might actually, it might be a bit of a stretch, but she actually realized that, hey, those are what caused the explosion. That's why she wants to keep them. Basically, a whole power move kind of thing. Basically, she has a whole thing, epic music thing. It's like, we will be stronger. Alright, and now we finally got my man Silco on the scene. And he's just telling about the kid's name was Decker, basically saying, hey, it was the kids that caused the explosion, so shit's going down. And Silco, he's like,
That was them.
he's like, oh shit.
The topsiders.
Smartest thing you ever
He's like, okay, boy. I might not have to kill you. Good shit.
said, boy. Get him a meal. But keep him off the streets.
Yo, gotta admit, Silco's such a good villain by Dan. Such a good villain. Yo, what's his? Singed, yo, he looks so different. Singed actually has like scholarly feel to him, as opposed to later on in the series. Holy shit, I almost didn't recognize Singed. Damn, okay.
You have a subject in mind.
Someone just volunteered.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The way he just said like someone just volunteered. And it's obviously it's gonna be the kid. The kid just fucked up. It's like, oh, he fucked up. He will be an excellent volunteer. What's funny is that so it's just it'd be later on, but Soko literally manages to convince him to take it. Not even like, oh, I'm gonna force you to. Nah, like that man's raises off the man's got raised. I just say that much, man. Like I said, Soko's a fucking great villain. Alright, so that was it for Arcane Season 1, Episode 1, got it. I'm loving Arcane, man. I'm loving doing this, man. It's been so long since I've watched Season 1. And it's, holy shit, it's so good. And, hey, if you liked the video, obviously, like, comment, subscribe. And I make videos, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 a week. I still, gotta put in work for a job and everything. I gotta pay bills somehow. But, if somehow this YouTube thing works out, I can, quit that and do this full time. So I honestly, obviously, really enjoy this. And like I said, I'm doing this Arcane thing. I actually do want to make analysis videos eventually. I actually even made one already about the ending. I'll link it in the description below. But anyway, check it out if you want. Now what we're gonna do? I always try to do this at the very end. Here we go. It's always important, at least in my opinion, to be able to laugh in these times. So basically, what I want to do is One Piece. That's one of the craziest laughs ever. And honestly, for me at least, I have a lot of fun doing it. So I kind of just do this. Oh, brulee. I'll show you how this photograph go. I actually don't remember too well. Alright, here we go. That's fucking hilarious, man.